What is the proof of experiencing the company of God? Being the reality for the soul. More and more, the soul is keeping Baba's company. The personal self-image and the world of the person would feel more like a dream. Because in the presence of the ocean of truth, the egoic structures start to crumble. Baba comes and challenges everything. He says, don't resort to the past to know yourself. That's not you. And then he challenges, don't resort to the assumptions and the concerns for the self-image, because that is not you either. This is the death of ego. If there's nothing to resort to from the past, or the future, then all the thoughts become lifeless. Because thoughts are always about the past or the future. And they appear in the present in the form of a thought or a feeling. So the whole concept of time crumbles. In the company of the Father. All that is left is Baba, the eternal truth. And the truth of the soul. And true relationships amongst the souls and the Father. So, how much is the life of a person feeling like a dream? To that extent, relationship with Baba feels real. And how do we know the personal self-image and the world of the person feels like a dream? The entire old narrative and commentary in the mind to this wordless, thoughtless being feels like gibberish. And so do the other souls. Words, comments, narratives, spoken narratives. All of it seems like gibberish. Only the language of silence feels real and is known as real. And then from that silence, words can be seen, heard, and used as simply practical tools, still pointing at the silent one. Practical, lifeless tools. Very important. That is why being one with God means personal life is more and more like a dream. Then how Baba feels and how he makes every soul feel very precious, very valuable, without any effort. Every soul feels loved, precious, and valued by God. Because he doesn't mix the soul with the dream. And the one in his company is also experiencing self-value and value of every being effortlessly. Baba's vision challenges all the beliefs and concepts the mind has been filled with. And so the soul experiences his true emptiness, empty of all beliefs, all ideas, mind identifications, completely empty of all of this. Just a very subtle, silent being of joy. Spiritual light. Om. Shanti. It's a very beautiful Murli one stumbled upon. And it's a Murli, think by Mama Mateshwari Chagadamba. And I don't know how easy it's to find. So I'll just read without the date. So the song is Break Off All Relations with the World. Break off all relations with the world. So somebody asked, if we break off all relations with the world, then what is this world for? If it is matter of just breaking off all relationships, then why are these relationships created? Husband and wife, father and son, king and subjects, etc., etc. Every relationship has been created by God. This is what people say, do they not? God created them. Why do they say that we have to break them off? So Mama gives the answer. Which world did God create? He would not create such a world which you would then have to leave all the relationships that exist were not created. Look what your relationships in this world have now become. Because of your actions, you become tamopradhan, and look what you have now become. Because of this karmic bondage, you continue to tear one another apart. Mama is very straightforward. In this karmic activity, all relationships have become tamopradhan. So people continue to cause sorrow and take sorrow from one another. That is why God Himself says, I did not create your relationships of sorrow. What I forged for you was not of bondage. I forged an elevated relationship with you. And in that relationship, you were ever happy. All your relationships were very clean, and this is why you remember that how the whole kingdom lived under the King Rama, the bestower. It was the household of righteousness. But that relationship of religion does not now exist anymore. This is why the Father says, the world that you have made your own, all the relationships in that relationship of religion does not now exist anymore. That world is now spoilt. The relationships in the world that I had created were so good and lovely. They used to give happiness to one another. There definitely were relationships. It isn't that God did not create relationships. There were relationships, but those relationships were without any bondages of karma. This is why people were called liberated in life. Very beautiful. So how is Baba creating this beautiful world of beautiful relationships, helping the souls come out of the bondage of the relationship? How is Baba creating it? Helping us come out of the relationships of sorrow. Actually, the whole game is of relationships only, no? If there were no relationships, there is no game. There is no world. Only through relationships with each other, we get to know our absolute truth. We get to know our power to love. We get to know our power of acceptance. Only through relationships. Yeah? Our powers, our virtues, only in relationships can we know. Living in the jungle, you will not know a thing. Possible, what Baba is teaching? It's very simple. This is why Baba is saying all relationships with me. Then you will experience freedom from bondages of false relationships in your mind and experience Jivan Mukti now. And experiencing Jivan Mukti is your highest karma. That frees you from all karmic bondages. Right? How? What happens? What is your experience? Have you experimented with it? What is your experience? We are listening to Baba's Murali every day. What is your experience? How relationships with Baba is helping you experience Jivan Mukti, is helping you experience true relationships to be able to express your beauty, your powers, your virtues. How? No? Nobody?
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
आपका जो प्रश्न है ये है ना, कैसे जीवन मुक्ति का महसूस करते हैं हम पल पल।
हाँ, एंड कैसे बाबा के साथ आत्मा इतने रिश्तों को अनुभव करके जीवन बंधन से निकलकर सर्व रिश्तों में अपने वर्च्यूज और पावर्स को अनुभव कर रही है।
जैसे मैं आत्मा जागृत हो गई, मैं हुई नेकेड सोल, बिल्कुल आइडेंटिफाई है ही नहीं। पल पल मुख से आंखें से देहभान छिपके हुए है, एक्शन में भी आ रहे, आते हुए भी मैं वो नहीं हूँ, इतना शक्ति आ गई। देही अभिमान स्थिति में स्थित होकर मैं मेरा नहीं लगा रही हूँ, तो मैं सत्य स्वरूप को मैं जान लिया। और बाबा को अपना ऑटोमेटिक, बाबा का जो हर एक वर्च्यू वो मेरा लग रहा है, अपनापन बाबापन आ गया। तो दोनों ही एक्शन में आ रहे, बाबा का गुण भी दिखाई दे रहा है और इस मुख द्वारा दृष्टि द्वारा देहभान का भी रिफ्लेक्ट होता है, लेकिन होते हुए भी उसमें बिल्कुल इग्नोर, मतलब वो मैं हूँ ही नहीं। तो सत्यता का जाई दिखाई दे रहा है, गिल कॉन्फस बिल्कुल भी नहीं, और सामने वाले आत्मा को भी झाड़ दिखाई दे रहा है। तो जब बाबा के साथ कंबाइंड हो तो उसका महसूस ऐसे हो रहा है, मैं झाड़ का स्वरूप बनकर झाड़ को देख रही हूँ, सेकंड में बाबा की कोप में फिर बीज को दिखाई देता है, इस सत्य स्वरूप को दिखाई देता है।
वेरी गुड, वेरी गुड, वेरी गुड. No worries, totally thoughtless with Baba and only seeing with Baba's drishti. Realized this. Yes.
ओम शांति।
Om Shanti.
इन हाउस होल्ड अफेयर्स, अपने गृहस्थ में रहते हुए भी जो भी अपने परिवार की सेवा, बाबा कहते हैं ना, घर से चलो पहले घर को देखो, तो घर की सेवा या सेंटर की सेवा, दोनों में कोई अंतर नहीं लगता। ऐसी सोच बना दी है बाबा ने, ये जीवन मुक्ति से के घर के बच्चों की कोई भी सेवा है, ये बाबा की सेवा, तो ये करते हुए जीवन मुक्त होते जाते हैं, जीवन मुक्त अनुभव करते हैं। ओम शांति।
Thank you. Yeah. क्या होता है ना, what happens in the company of the Father, soul starts to see his own value, right? And sees the preciousness with which Baba sees the soul. Soul feels so precious and so valued in Baba's company with no effort, right? And as the being is experiencing his self-value, self-respect, greatness of the self in the company of the Father, automatically everything else starts to feel like a dream, right? One begins to see all the relationships which I was believing as a person to be true were simply a mind manufactured reality. Yeah? And from that, as was mentioned just now, I, the being, really experience my reality beyond this dream world in my mind as a seed. And I experience that which Baba is experiencing me as. All the beings are also experiencing the same from Baba. So if I'm feeling valued and loved by Baba, then I see the value of other beings also. Then all the beings also feel loved and valued by Baba. And we all step out of this web of our mind-made imaginary relationships. And we begin to realize our true relationships beyond our mind. And each one starts to experience that value through our vision, through our drishti. I'll give you a very simple example. I know that before coming into Gyan, this part of this soul, there was a subtle sense of partiality between two children. Yeah? Based on one always being according to what this person thought was an ideal daughter. And another one who needed a lot of improvement to be worthy of my daughter. Yeah? Very subtle, not externally, but internally dissatisfied with her part. Yeah? And I could see that as a result, there was always conflict. There was between the two daughters. Very subtle, not extroverted conflict or like full blast, like visible conflict, but internally they did not like each other in the sense they didn't mingle with each other. She's not my type and she's not my type, kind of that attitude towards each other. Yeah? Yeah, they kind of did not get along, and yet it wasn't visible. Yeah? But underneath, they did not get along. And I, at that time before coming into Gyan, did not realize how much my vision was contributing to it. Because somewhere I always thought one was inadequate and the other one was adequate. One was according to my definition perfect, and another one according to my definition not so perfect, needed some improvement. As I, the being, started to experience my value with Baba as a soul and stopped looking for value in my role as a mother. Yeah, and that happened automatically, the second step. The first step was natural. The more the seed, the soul that I am, started experiencing that I am this living light and Baba is the mother and the father of all the beings. And each being is carrying his perfect part for their perfect journey to unravel, to have their own personal challenges, to have their own personal chaotic personalities or loveful personalities, whatever they are carrying, each one has to carry it for them to experience God and as their mother and their father once again. Yeah? Once that became very clear, now you're still living. You're out of that dream in your mind that created a nightmarish experience for you. They're still there with their own specific parts as they're supposed to be. Yeah? But now there is not that dream effect which was there earlier, that this one should be like that and that one is more perfect than this one, and that sense of partiality is not there in the soul. There's just a value that because I'm feeling valued by Baba, I'm also feeling the value of each one. Just in their own right, they're valuable. And I see they both come together. Does that make sense? And I see they start getting along well with each other. So you begin to realize that what you are experiencing from Baba, the relationships become so much more beautiful. More you're spending time with Baba, you're experiencing the way Baba is experiencing you, automatically it will reflect in your value for other beings and their perfect, imperfect, whatever you want to call it, their parts. Absolutely lovely. just the way they are. And they start to experience the same from Baba. It takes its own time for it to unravel in their lives. But from your side, because you have kind of really just seen your vision naturally change, there you are now in that angelic consciousness by default. You begin to see its impact on other beings. This is how relationships are improving, not just here in amongst three. You internally know with conviction, somehow it is spreading in the world also. Somehow its impact is everywhere. This is your inner feeling as a soul, because as a soul now there's no space and boundary of time and space, no? So you can experience what Baba is experiencing naturally that exists. And you know internally, just paying attention to you, Baba is using you to help all the relationship amongst all the souls in the whole universe. Yeah?
So, sister, this is a saying, I change, everyone change.
Yeah.
You change, all change.
Yeah.
And one more, Baba was trying to say, like Mama was emphasizing on relationships. So how Baba sees me so valued and he gives me so regard. So that inner conviction, that faith, my faith brings faith in others also. And I see from that same faith, I'm
Yeah.
so elevated in my thinking. So you were saying without effort, that respect is being given to everyone. Vibrations are on and on.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. And as someone said, yes, we are the seeds of change. Yeah. So deep conviction in this truth. This is the dream effect, no? Do you understand what the dream effect is? It's not like life is a dream. It is just the dream is the thoughts that I identified with are creating a sense of something that is so untrue to be true. The relationships which I was believing, it's not like I'm not now playing the role of a mother and I have renounced the world. No, you're very much playing the role. Very much so.
Sister, yesterday you took the same example in the jail. One psychologist, he was kind of working on himself, seeing the reports of all
Yeah.
uh,
All the
thieves and whatever, yeah, convicted ones, and he freed all of them by his own self-checking. So could you elaborate it little more? It was very, very thought-provoking sentence given by you. And my understanding was, again, I change, I correct myself. So those vibrations are on and on into the each and every cell of universe for every soul. So
yeah.
please clear it out little more. It was beautiful sharing from you.
Uh-huh. It was, yeah, it's Baba has kind of had brought this example long time back in front of this one. And it is like when I, the being, become more and more free from believing all these parts of the vices that I have believed myself to be, more I am becoming free from it. And I'm seeing myself in that zero state that I am in, just a being of light, that spiritual light that I am, that living, silent, joyous being of light that I am. And more, all these thoughts which are related with the vices, calm, like it's attachment, greed, lust, anger, jealousy, carelessness, laziness, hatred, dislike, I'm becoming more and more distant and detached from them. What is happening is automatically the whole world, the whole universe is getting served by Baba, the Supreme. because now you have combined with him, being like him. This spell breaker, it becomes a spell breaker. Your own truth of your alaukic reality with Baba becomes a spell breaker for other beings. They too come out of the spell of what they have believed themselves to be, because suddenly there is light. In darkness, now there is light. And in that light, now they can see their truth beyond what they have believed themselves to be. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes perfect sense. So, sister, it also means my imperfections, my uh, biased way of thinking, it's making, influencing each and soul. Otherwise, also, I'm contributing in their bad
Yeah.
script. You mean
Yeah.
that also?
Yeah.
It's both ways.
Yes. So if I'm identifying with any emotion of hatred, dislike, or attachment, or greed, or anything, laziness, carelessness, I'm identifying, I'm also an instrument to disperse the seeds of those vices in the world.
So I need to be very, very careful and attentive and vigilant and interested. You say no interested. That word suits this one's mind. It sounds very, I can go for it.
Yeah.
Interested.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you say attention is interlinked, then
Yeah.
everything does, everything naturally. Yeah.
Think interest, automatically attention will go there, right?
But
Whatever I
previous
have been.
habits, yeah.
Yeah.
Carry on, sister, please carry.
No, sorry. Finish what you're saying, Anshu. Please do.
I was saying old pattern of thinking still is so used to see daughter as a daughter. Like you were defining, I've got same kind of experiences. Two daughters, yours part has accepted them as angels. But this one, without any intention to see them as daughters, but somewhere I see them as daughters, and somewhere I'm not judging them, but their behavior, mama, forget the baba, forget every kind of your routines. As it is, I don't do any routines, but still they want me to indulge in all kind of. But you say that's perfect. I need to see them loving tiny dot of uh, full of positivity. Baba loves them so much. They are perfect. So I need to see them as souls, nowhere in roles, but old pattern of my being mother consciousness that somewhere tricks in, ushers in, and
Mhm.
I need to separate. I get separated. That's wonderful. I see them again. They are the Baba's children, and she is brilliant in her own way, and she's perfect. So, but it takes me some time to switch over, not like you were narrating. So it will come gradually. Practice is on,
Yeah,
and it's
just
okay.
keep, yeah, it's easy. And it's already happened once before, it's happening again, right? And it's eternally going to happen. Yeah. Just keeping this behind the eyes, very, very clear. Baba and I together. Yeah. And Baba is the mother of all. With that attitude, enter every scene with them. Yeah. You are not the mother. Baba is the mother of all. Now let Baba mother all of you. Hmm? So then that sense of responsibility that the mind carries in the mother role will be moved to the one side. And you are Baba's angel now, who's with other angels. And Baba, the king of angels, is mothering all of you, doting upon all the souls. Right?
That's going to be so beautiful. Baba says, no, सारे बोझ मुझको दे दो. क्यों रखा हुआ है सर पे टोकरा कचरे का? Why you are burning yourself? Be carefree, Empress. Give everything. सुरक्षित हो जाओ. सब कुछ offer कर दो. It's that way. You were saying, no, Baba is mother to each one of us. So nice. Thank you, Baba.
Yeah. And what one has seen, another thing that becomes very clear is more I take joy only from one company. The if you take joy from anything else other than Baba, whether it be a very beautiful relationship at a personal level, everything is going very well and you're taking joy from that, the drama will pull that joy away from you one day, only for you to come back to taking joy from one Baba and none other.
So, sister, you want to say Baba is just, drama is just?
Drama is absolutely just, because drama does not want you to create any dependency on something that is false in its foundation. So drama wants you to be completely taking your entire sense of joy, pleasure, peace, love, everything from one Baba and none other. Because he's the one who eternally exists in that clear, clean clarity forever.
दीदी ओम शांति।
Om Shanti.
इसमें जो समझ पा रहे हैं, एक बात कह सकते हैं, अगर ठीक समझ पा रहे हैं तो, कि अभी आपने कहा ना कि अगर ड्रामा से आप पूरा जॉय ले रहे हो तो एक दिन मतलब वो उसका अपोजिट भी लेना पड़ेगा, दुख भी लेना पड़ेगा, है ना?
खींच लेगा जॉय
खींच ले।
हाँ।
हाँ, क्योंकि उसको भी तो न्यायकारी बनना है ना, क्योंकि जो बाबा ने कहा कि अंत में सब आत्माओं ने मुझे पहचानना है, अपने आप को पहचानना है और फिर अपने पिता को पहचानना है, तो इसमें ड्रामा भी हेल्प करेगा।
बिल्कुल, बिल्कुल, बिल्कुल. And this one has seen this on the field of service also. If you take slightest joy from seva, you're bound to feel some sort of inner emptiness immediately after that. Immediately, you take joy from any relationship and immediately you'll start feeling sooner or later, if not immediately, some emptiness. Because very subtly, the fear also sets in of losing that joy. Because subconsciously, the soul knows it is temporary. So do you see how it all works? So taking joy from any relationship bodily, taking joy from any service, taking joy from healthy body, taking joy from healthy relationships, even in a Brahmin family, taking joy from anything other than Baba is bound to create its consequential effect also with it, because it's all temporary, except this one relationship with Baba. It will pull, drama will keep pulling things away from you. Okay, if not today, tomorrow it's bound to happen. So don't think, oh, I'm so comfortable and happy in my relationships with everyone, right? Like someone was sharing their example that I live in a joint family. If you really look at it from a worldly point of view, life could not be more perfect as a joint family. Everybody values each other. Everybody's happy with each other. It's a beautiful family. That itself has become an obstacle for the soul. Because now there's a fear, constant fear. If I do something which Baba wants me to and they don't like it, better not to do it. Because then that will disturb that pure, perfect family that we have today. But that perfect family is standing on what ground? Very shaky ground. Because I am their way, they like me. The moment I'm not their way, they all resist. That's what they said. I tried in the beginning 2-3 times to follow some maryadas and they did not like it. So they like me because I am basically working as per their demand and their expectations. So do you see the foundation is so shaky? So it's not superficial good relationships. Relationships are good at the level of the core of the soul. Sooner or later, it will be pulled away from you. Something will happen to break the spell. So come out of the dream world with Baba whilst it's still possible to do it happily without too much creating more drama, needing to give you more scene and situation and make it difficult, and then you are forced to do it. Do it whilst things are still easy in the drama for you.
Yes, sister. Yes, sister. I've experienced it. Till we got retired, this Colonel Bhai, he used to be literally touching my feet because he saw me for a few minutes. We were served fruits, whatever, and he was regarding me so much. We started living together, and all the complaints of the world, all the complaints, I don't know. He's not interested in Anshu character. He wants her to be somewhere around him. He's watching TV, he's watching newspaper, whatever, but he wants somewhere me in the corner, like Indian perfect wife somewhere. And now, how much he's unsatisfied with the drama and whatever, he's all concentration. He's not planning to change the house where we can live on the same floor, or to and his feel for parties and drinking and whatever. So now I feel ki whatever I was feeling, I was so happy because he was giving me respect. He was giving regards to Baba. He used to take me to the centers, book my tickets, everything. Now it's all gone. So Baba is showing me why I was dependent on him for any kind of comforts. It's really fact you are telling me. Drama has already showed me. Drama is really very just. I need to know my any interest in any, not Colonel Bhai or anyone or any kind of fear who is going to come stay with me. Like in-laws are very, very old. So I told him, don't worry. If one goes, one will bring with us. But the thing is that, yeah, I need to check. I don't have any kind of interest from any soul except from Baba. Baba is provider, and he's a true companion. He'll take me through to other challenging times also. And there is no challenge when he's with me.
Yeah.
So
That is
that's
most
so I even
important.
have suffered it that way. Yeah.
Yeah. Most important that I am not seeking his company out of fear, but just for understanding. It's important. But at the same time, I am truly being in his company because that is the only company that is beyond the dream world. That is the reality. Everything else is just my mind's imaginary games. All relationships are just in my imagination. True relationship is really with one Baba and none other. That is the only true relationship that the soul has with the Father. Everything else is my manufacturing of my mind. Yeah. So once that becomes clear, that only he is the one who's looking at me in my truth and keeping me out of my dream world.
Sister, make it clear. You are saying every relationship is manufactured by me.
In my mind.
In my mind. So,
Yeah.
can you please make it more, explain to us?
Yeah. Like, for
Yeah.
example, when the soul is coming to play the part in the home of light, what is the relationships that I, the soul, have with all the souls? Is there any other relationship other than just soul to soul and soul to Baba? Is there any soul that is my mother, that is my father, that is my sister, that is my brother, that is a man, that is a woman, that is a child, that is a husband, that is a friend? Any soul in that relationship? No. Why? Because those relationships are just mind-made, manufactured game. When I come to this physical world, then it is only in the script that someone is a mother, someone is a father, someone is a brother, someone is a sister, through the body. Right? Through the body. But there is no really relationship like that in our eternal home beyond the play. Is there any relationship except soul to soul? No. Only when I come here, and especially in Copper Age and Iron Age, I actually assume myself to be this body-made identity, and with that body comes a certain aspect of a labeled role with it. Right? And that is again still not a problem. What happens is I believe I am that. And then based on that, my mind starts to create emotions and feelings. And then biases, right? Partiality, biases. That is mine and this is mine and that one is stranger and this one is my neighbor and that one is mine and that one is not mine. True? Where is all of this happening? This is the dream world in my mind. Soul using a body is not a dream. Soul playing a role is also not a dream. Believing myself to be that is the dream, which then turns into a nightmare and into attachments and then into greed and then into lust, then into ego, everything. All imaginary. And all is based on this person in the dream that I believe myself to be. That is why Mama is saying, no, all relationships are bondages of karma. That is why they are all bondages. Jivan Mukti is now, everybody around me is still role conscious, still person conscious, and I need to be in my consciousness of being a soul with Baba, whilst everyone around me is pulling me, mummy, beti, wife, daughter-in-law, sister-in-law, everybody's pulling me in that direction, and I stay with Baba in one connection with him. Only then it is possible that instead of getting pulled, you will pull them towards Baba.
Kash, the word comes kash. But it has to happen. Obviously, it has to
It is
happen.
very simple and easy. If your focus is just one Baba, not others outside, focus is one Baba, and experiencing that relationship the way Baba wants me to experience, and I see it with Baba whilst I'm interacting with others. So, like for this one, soul interacting with mother-in-law soul. So I will see with Baba soul and talk less, but my attention would be with Baba and that soul, how Baba has seen that soul. Okay. And then other feelings can come up. They are on the side, but I'm seeing a soul to soul. Soul with sister-in-law. Same thing. No, how's Baba seeing that soul? What is my relationship with that soul in the home? Rather than I, Rini, interacting with sister-in-law. No. soul interacting with the soul. And whatever my mind has created, the image of a sister-in-law, how it should be and what that relation should be like, I keep it on the side, on a shelf with Baba. So it doesn't get
Very good.
mixed. Yeah. Then role of a husband, role of a mother, role of a friend, role of a neighbor, whatever it may be, just keep it on a shelf. And it's existing only in the form of a feeling and a thought. No, keep it on the shelf. Just stay combined with Baba and then come into an interaction with them. And that will become very easy, especially if they're not around. And whenever anybody comes to your mind, immediately you see them with Baba.
Sister, do we have so much of time while conversing or enacting or being with all of them? So I need to keep that relationship in the shell. It should be on auto mode. Or Sister Shivani used to tell us, I mean, we had been talking, keep special chili powder at the back. You don't need it. Just let it be there. It is there. You're not using it. You're not even seeing it. Somewhere it's lying. But you were saying, no, I feel it's changing. Relationships are changing. They're now getting. But you were saying, no, keep them on the shelf. I feel so much time we don't have. You
No,
know,
no, no. When we are saying keep them on the shelf, it's not like, oh, I'm taking time out and then I am keeping it on the shelf. It's not really that like that. Yeah. It is more like more when I am with Baba, these feelings and thoughts will come. Yeah. Instead of engaging with them, keep them on the shelf. Does
okay,
that make
okay.
sense? Don't
Yeah,
engage.
better. Now,
Yeah.
better way of,
Yeah, it's
yeah, yeah.
not. Yeah. And especially when we are expressing something in words, what happens? It looks like it's taking a long time, but it's all happening simultaneously. Yeah. So
Yeah,
you,
yeah.
yeah. So you are just with Baba and seeing that soul with Baba's eyes. And then once in a while, other things will pop up. And because in front of your eyes, those dolls are looking so real,
Real.
yeah,
Mm,
because they are
definitely.
conversing, they're talking to you, they're talking about your past or about your future, about you as a person with you. And you still need to stay beyond all this. That's why one was, if you remember in meditation, it's all gibberish. I don't understand that language. So you stay with the soul, with Baba. That's it. And then automatically the other souls will start to receive those vibrations from you. So your attention has to be only on your truth and their truth with Baba, and understand I'm playing a role here with them. But true, real living beings are beyond this bodily costume that we are wearing. This is your attention. That will become more clear. One is theory, but practical, it becomes more you start to see your inner world of thoughts and feelings and emotions and your bodily sensations more and more separate from you. Then automatically this all feels like a dream, and reality is, because motherly feelings can very quickly kick in, especially with the daughter's ups and downs. And especially where there can be a more possibility of a little bit more close relationship as per body, right? Emotions can quickly kick in. So you, the being, really need to stay with Baba and see those emotions before they influence you. Yeah. And that is all happening internally with Baba. So this is how you are really establishing golden aged relationships now. You cannot do it without him.
So, sister, I'll take one example. Today is her anniversary marriage. An earlier previous pattern used to be Amrit Vela, all gone blessing both of them. Not as a star, but in subtle regions, whatever. Today, Amrit Vela, I didn't even think about them. This color of juice always intrigues me, sister. One day you have to tell us what you keep drinking. One day you will drinking green. Anyway, we need to know that, So today what happened? Around 5:30, whatever, I'm unable to do that good Amrit Vela these days. Lying down only do. What new understanding? I saw both the souls. I said, this is the anniversary. They are knowing their truth. They are shining in their truth. They're happily regarding each one as a soul, and that's it. And it was so beautiful. No expectation, nothing. And they say, Mama, you've stopped doing everything. You used to make pakwan before, you used to do this. They're all complaining. You used to take us to centers. And I don't know, I don't feel like doing anything now. It's perfect, what purest wish. But you are saying, no, your reference point should be always while talking. So that needs little more attention, more interest. That's where I need to do, little be more attentive.
Yeah. And it will become more attentive, more and more. Baba feels more real, and the dream is seen as a dream. Yeah. So that's why Baba here is also saying, remove your intellect away from all relationships, including your own body, and connect yourself to me. There will then not be any feeling of anything belonging to you. Because more you are belonging to Baba and Baba is belonging to you, then automatically you will feel nothing belongs to you, which Baba said, no, only Shiv Baba belongs to you. Nothing else belongs to you. Because everything else is a game of imagination for you. Yeah? Everything is unreal, fake. That is why automatically there's a real living relationship with Baba. And that relationship frees the soul from the karmic bondages. Yeah. So until now, by saying mind, mind, you have caused yourself sorrow. Then when your intellect is diverted there, you say, what can I do? How can I do this? What would be the result if you hang on to another? You have become unhappy because of attachment. This is why the Father says, break off all relationships with this world and now belong to me. Then all the bondages you have created with your body and with others in your life, break away from all of them and now belong to me. I am not going to be with you for birth after birth. No, it is only now that I have anything to do with you. That is all. Then you souls will go into everlasting happiness with each other. I cut away your bondages of sorrow and create relationships of happiness for you. So beautiful.
सिस्टर, कितना नशा है इस बात में, यदि ये बात घोट घोट के पी जाए कि बाबा कहते अभी तो है, फिर तो मैं सेपरेट हो ही जाना हूँ, अभी कर लो. It's such a beautiful thing to be intoxicated in.
Yeah. And then Baba is saying, because of that, you have happy relationships with each other. And then you will experience this happiness with each other. You have now become so spoiled, and this is why you continue to experience sorrow. And I reform everything of yours that has been spoiled. And you will then remain happy. I'm not going to be with you for birth after birth. I'm just telling you to reform everything of yours that is spoiled. So now, child, just belong to me. Why am I telling you this? Because by following my orders, everything will become easy for you. How beautiful. I'm showing you this easy method. Belong to me in a practical way. For this method will be very useful for you. In a practical way. For instance, when a child is adopted, he continues with that name in a practical way. Does he not? In the same way, by belonging to me and moving along in that way, your fortune will be made. So Baba is constantly making it easy for his children. Yeah. So if you belong to Baba's clan, so what is Baba's clan's speciality? You belong to God's clan. So you can only be bodiless and thoughtless. Because in God's clan, all souls are bodiless and all souls are thoughtless. Roleless, nameless. Right? So belonging to God's clan, what else comes naturally? Not mixing the unchanging being with the changeful phenomenon, with the changeful experiences, not mixing the two. Being from God's clan. Understanding each one is a seed, and each seed has its own beautiful, wonderful tree. That's belonging to God's clan. What else is belonging to God's clan? How else do you feel that, yes, I am for God, from godly clan? Being light, no burden of any sort. Yeah. What else?
Baba's outlook is my outlook.
Baba's outlook is my outlook, which is?
Which is, I feel I'm past in that. I love to feel everyone as just in their true form. But the tree part, with the big tree, that is not accept. There comes little, it's not total detachment or separation. But Baba sees us as with trees. That's a enormous heart Baba has. So I need to have that outlook, not a problem in a tree. Don't get entangled. So the tree part, no, I now focuses on, I need to accept every soul in their true form with their extension of tree also, because that you have added the new understanding. So there is fluctuation, is on, off. It's okay. I need to be separated more and more. Trees should be accepted fully with full regard. That's a focus.
Yeah. And ahimsa parmo dharma. Yeah. And someone said desireless. Yes. Being carefree, befikra badsha. Yes. Yeah. Being embodiment of love. Baba is everything. Baba is the world for the soul. Because the rest of the world is all a dream. Baba is the world for the soul. The only truth. Baba's Rishti feels real for me. Yeah. Very, very clear being. All are noble beings of light like Baba. All are royal beings of light like Baba. Doesn't matter if they're playing the part of a beggar or a war victim, but all are royal noble beings. Right? That starts to become very, very clear. Yeah. All souls are identical. Yes.
Only Baba and I are real.
Only Baba and I are real. The stillness and the silence of the soul is the truth for every being. No matter what commentary they are speaking, their silence is their truth. Doesn't matter what commentary is coming from their mouth. Unconditional acceptance. You will know that their silence is their truth. No matter how much they are dancing and singing and jumping and whatever they are doing, their stillness is their truth. Nothing can change that. And this truth is eternal. And there's only and only respect and love amongst us all beings of light. No matter what is happening at the level of the drama, there's only love and respect amongst us all. This is what Baba sees. All the all that fear of what people will think will die with this truth coming to life.
Sister, not understood. Please repeat it.
Yeah. All the fears in our minds are in our relationships, true? In our relationship with ourselves first and the relationships with others, right? That's where all the challenges come, truly, right? So more I, the being with Baba, experience my relationship with myself and relationships with all the beings as it is, unchanging, eternally with Baba in the home of light as the only true relationship, my mind also will start to die down in its fears of what others are thinking, of what they will feel, whether they will like it, whether they will approve of it. This is what keeps the person real, no? Believing these thoughts to be true. But this is what, if I believe them to be true, it creates a dream character and an imaginary world based on it. And then our actions are very subtly based upon that. Very, very subtly. We even take joy from others' excitement and others' pleasure from our company. Right? Like someone was sharing their example today, that they're not feeling, they're feeling so uninterested in everything for some time. Yeah. And they were just doing some service and then in that service it was like someone was very happy being with them and very interested, asking questions, really coming in time and very happy. But then once the course was finished and they left, means they went out somewhere and there's a gap. And it happened with two, three souls like that, right? Because there was joy taken from seva. And then suddenly it is shifted to something else for the time being. There's an internal despondency that comes with it. Yeah. And it was not seen and realized until it was spoken about and discussed as, why am I feeling this way? And then we went into a little bit like that. And then we came to know this is the reason. Yeah, that's why. So how much joy we take from others' excitement with our company. How much joy we take from others' reactions in the class. Oh, we really like your class. We really finding so much benefit from it. We really love the way you answer and whatever. And the moment you take joy, trust me, you are writing a destiny of despondency right there and then. You can't take joy from others' reactions and response also in seva or in the family or wherever.
So, sister, it means drama is standing with a stick. And
Yeah,
he really
absolutely. The stick, right?
very strict. He is very strict, vigilant. He's holding the stick and just.
Yeah, absolutely it is. Any satisfaction taken from even others' beautiful, pleasant, nice responses also, you are doomed. You have fed this person. Be
These are the subtle धर्मराज के डंडे जो
yeah,
which go unnoticed at times, and then you realize that but
yeah,
they're so important, because only when they come, then we are more vigilant, more attentive, and they're
yeah,
helping us.
yeah. And that is why Baba is telling us, that's why this soul's experience was beautiful. This one who shared, I don't want to disclose their name, but beautifully that, I mean, it's like, I'm not feeling, sister, from last 4 days, I'm feeling this. I said, okay, this. Then just suddenly it occurred. You were doing some seva, what happened? Because this one has seen that on seva field with oneself. Yes, I said, okay, then what happened? Let me know. Tell me what happened there. And that's when I knew, okay, this is it. This is what is happening. And then they said, yeah, that's what happened. But this is what happens. We take joy from even others' response, a good response, writing a destiny of pain. That is why know clearly you are doing nothing, not just because you're fearing any kind of conscious biting you later, no. But really just understand that I'm a soul and Baba and I are together, and there is no personal identity there. I remember even just today, there was an experience where something was shared in a gathering, a different gathering, and then the mind said, I wonder if they, because it was a gathering with some seniors, and my mind started speaking. I wonder if they approved of it. Were they okay with what I shared? Because their understanding is a little different than what your understanding is. And the mind started talking like that. And I, the soul sitting with Baba, just saw one thing. And it was as though a very clear message from Baba. Do you even talk? Who talked? Who shared? Soul doesn't speak. Soul doesn't share. Soul doesn't talk. So don't listen to this mind's commentary. I used you and the words were spoken. Action was done. There's nothing after that. True? Nothing after that. And it just didn't take anything after that for me to kind of, I didn't chase it away or anything. It just died down there and then. The truth finished the darkness of that thought. Otherwise, it can really be there. Only the truth can finish the darkness. So you could see that talker identity, that sharer identity separate from you. And then all that fear that was building up, 10,000 thoughts after that were also there. Not 10,000, I would say in this case, there were 2 thoughts after that that were there. And even feeling, I could feel in the body that sense of a little bit of discomfort here. What would they be feeling and what would they be thinking? I could feel it in my heart, physical heart. And the beautiful thing is I'm with Baba and I'm experiencing this whole experience of mind and body separate from me. Yeah. And I could feel that My relationship with those souls is of absolute love and respect. The possibility that my mind is trying to paint don't even exist in my world of truth. Yeah? The assumptions and the possibilities my mind is painting, they don't exist actually, except in my dream world, in my assumptive world. They don't exist anywhere. So clearly the soul can see with Baba all of this, whilst I'm experiencing mind-body to be with mind's commentary. Just a being of light with Baba. So then, instead of yuddha, you're learning through wisdom of truth. Yeah? This is what Baba is teaching. Your relationship first with yourself, with Baba, and then you really begin to understand that true relationships can only be of love. There can be no other feeling in our true relationships except in the assumptions of my world of my mind. And this is how Baba is freeing us.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Can I share one thing? So this one was churning this today, same thing, like illusion. So like few years ago, 5-7 years ago, that's how this one came into Gyan too. Brother who was playing brother's part left body. All of a sudden, without any like no disease or anything, and very young. And then this one was in a lot of pain and shock and all. So and after all that is gone, came into Gyan, and with meditation, with connecting with Baba helped a lot. But then realized after a while, the question was like, where did my brother go? Where is he? It's like so many questions. Like I was just talking to him like few days ago and he was gone all of a sudden. It's like, then today was churning that same point, and then felt like the soul came in the body. That was real. But me connecting to that soul as a brother is an illusion.
Absolutely.
And that illusion got shattered, and then so much in pain. So that the relation, and then how in the past going, I used to share with him this, all that stories playing together, all that in drama, the scenes kept coming, and then felt like this was all like I am making it, like my mind. That part was my mind. It's illusion.
Yeah.
But soul coming in the body is real, right? So but that part is like a iron age.
Yes, that
living
is
in illusion.
That is the illusion.
Yeah.
Believing I am the brother, I'm the sister, he's my brother, and the memories associated with that role and relationship. All of that is a dream. All of that is an illusion.
Same with like daughter soul, or like son, like my son, my daughter. That connection is an illusion.
Absolutely.
Right? Yes.
And then what you said, that is what drama is doing. It's shattering those illusions. The more I am having an elusive relationship with someone, a dream-based relationship with someone, drama will do something to shatter it. Because drama doesn't want me to be living in illusion. My drama and each one's drama wants me to stay in my awakened state and experience true relationships beyond illusion. Because we are all suffering our illusions today,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And the soul is suffering the illusion of being a sister to a brother.
And I'm not even a sister.
Exactly. So that is the illusion. The soul is suffering the illusion of being a sister first, right?
Yeah.
And then on top of it, sister to a brother. Yeah. So not only am I in illusion, I'm pulling the other also in illusion. And then I'm multiplying that suffering.
Yeah, very true. This one
Yeah.
is very, very true. Yes.
So drama that is why there's so much suffering in relationships today, because drama wants us to step out of these illusions. That is why there's so much pain and conflict and ups and downs in relationships today. Because drama is saying these are not you. This relationship of a mother, daughter, father, brother, sister is not you. You're not someone's wife. You're not someone's husband. You're not someone's daughter. You're not someone's sister. You are none of that. You're a soul. And if you don't wake up, I will have to send something in a relationship to create something so that you step out, if not through wisdom, then through pain. You're not a teacher. You're not a guru. You're nothing. Nobody. You're nobody. You're just a tiny point of light. And your relationships are with other living lights. And that is why drama is a beautiful gift for us to shatter this illusion.
And Baba mentions sister, Kaka, Chacha, Mama, sab mare pade hain.
Yeah.
He mentions in the Murli
Yeah,
actually.
he mentions Mare Pade means what? It's an illusion.
Or their stigma also, Abba's mind was just creating. Every name given to me, like daughter, this, maid, they're all stigmas.
Yeah.
I should not see anyone
It's
more
an
than,
illusion. More than a stigma, it's an illusion.
okay, Brahm.
Yeah, Brahm. It's a Brahm, right? A soul is a soul. Believing first oneself to be a body and then a man and a woman, and then on top of it, other relationships. It's all an illusion, mind-made reality.
Like Mama is a daughter to Brahma, okay?
Yeah.
And she's going to be partner, such a beautiful Satyuki Maharani. But that's a play, that's a game she's going to play an act. That's it.
Yeah. That's
She's
just
not,
a part
she's
in the
not Satyuki
play.
Maharani or Mama. She's away from both of them.
Yeah, the soul is a tiny point. Then playing a part of a daughter or playing a part of a wife, that's different. But believing I am wife and I am the daughter, that is an illusion. Yeah. That is why drama has to play in such a way so that we step out. That is why there's so many nowadays we hear in the world this, my husband is doing this and my wife is doing that and my mother-in-law is like this and my father-in-law is like that. Because you are stuck in illusion, step out. Nobody is your husband, nobody is your mother, nobody is your father, nobody is your saas, sasur, nothing. And on the service field, you are not a teacher. Baba is. Each one of us is an instrument, living lights. So this has to be paid attention to. That drama is just there to make sure this is the responsibility of the drama. The drama has been given. That first you will play part in an awakened state, then you will fall into illusion, then I will wake you back up to your truth. That is the role drama plays within each one of us. And Baba, as a teacher and as a lover of the soul, he comes and makes it easy and tolerable for the soul. Yeah, that be with me, it will be easier for you. Just have all relationships with me. It will be easier for you to step out of other relationships which are an illusion. I will help you. I will make the soft landing for you. That is how. Yes, Nina. Parachute landing, yes.
एक छोटा सा क्वेश्चन है. You said कि not to mix with the changing, next word I don't remember, but मेरे दिमाग में जब से यही चर्निंग हो रही है कि कनेक्शन, डीप कनेक्शंस with Baba may also create new dendrites in the cells of the nervous system. I don't know why I am thinking, because those dendrites, they make new connections and then it flows all over other relationships also. मैं इसी में एंटेंगल्ड हूँ जब तक आपका ये सुन रही हूँ.
Actually, dendrites, brain, all of that, it has a very physical level.
Physical level, right, right.
We are seeing things at the level of the soul. And yes, of course, when the soul is awake, the whole body is getting influenced, right?
Yes.
Brain, body, everything, even mind is getting influenced. But
Yes.
what is happening at the subtle level of the soul, its mind, then automatically everything physical is getting influenced, right? That is understood. But to understand first, who am I? That is the most important aspect that we kind of focus on here. Yeah.
Yes, that it means we need not to think on those lines.
I mean, it's okay to know, nothing wrong with that information. It's good information, but it's not necessarily means, it's just kind of for those who are really caught up too much. It may be helpful for some, but really the seed of change can only come from who am I?
Who am I? Right, right. That's there. That's there. But in addition to that, when question comes of body-mind relationships and sustaining that relationship, then things like this also.
The brain chemistry doesn't really help with relationship. It's actually happening at the level of the soul, right?
Level of soul, right.
I mean, brain is a very physical matter-based stuff. And
so with Baba is also a relationship with Baba also. So such things need not to given
I mean,
important.
I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it, not at all.
Right.
And because we have seen that with those souls who practice purity, how it impacts the body also. So it can be very useful for a group of scientists to know that.
Yes,
Who are totally against knowing a soul and the mind and all of that. They just are very matter-based. So that can be useful information to have for a group of scientists, right? Who can understand the impact of purity on body and mind and brain, right? Not mind, but brain and body. And we have seen that when the body is those who are practicing impurity, relationships, their brains have kind of a blue color in their veins, and nervous system has some blue color, something that they show, right? So it can be useful how it impacts that purity of the soul impacts the body. It is useful, but many other things are also happening at the level of the body and brain when the soul is awake. Many things. But really, when I focus total interest and attention on me and who I am, automatically these things are happening. I'm not doing it to change my body chemistry. That is a natural consequence of it. But I'm really just interested in me and who I am, right? I have no other hidden agenda to fix anything at any level. Does that help, Nina?
Yes, it's okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Bhavna? And then we close.
Om Shanti. Actually, a few days back, I was reading Murli. So Baba said in the Murli, बुद्धि पत्थर बुद्धि को बाबा पारस बुद्धि बनाते हैं and सारा मदार बुद्धि पर है. So like what does Baba means here buddhi?
Baba is speaking to Parasnath. True? Master Parasnath. Who is Master Parasnath? Buddhi or the soul?
The soul.
Yeah. So he's speaking to this Master Parasnath soul. Right? And then the soul that is awake will automatically use Paras
Buddhi.
Man, Paras Buddhi, and Paras Sanskars.
Okay.
है ना?
Okay.
That is what. So then Buddhi today is completely entangled in the mind. Right? Baba said this very clearly in one of the Murlis, that the mind has enslaved the intellect also. So the more the soul is awake, mind, intellect, and sanskars also come in harmony with the truth of the being. Yeah? Because otherwise,
Okay.
who is using the buddhi? Who's using the intellect? Yeah? Rini cannot use paras buddhi. Soul can use. So I know sometimes we have seen that there's too much emphasis on buddhi more than the soul. And actually more emphasis is on the soul, then automatically paras buddhi, paras man, paras sanskars are used. Yeah?
Thank you, Baba.
Thank you, Baba. Yeah, thank you, Madhvi. The June 27th, 1964 Murli it was that we read. Thank you, Baba. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti Didi. Thank you, Baba.
Thank you, Baba.
Om Shanti.
Thank you, Baba. Thank you, Baba. Om Shanti.